Welcome, episode 2, Run the Tibby podcast. My name is Steven Diaz. I'm here with, as always, TJ Tibbs, Harry Hazen, um, where we talk about everything basketball. Today we're going to talk about, today we're going to do a fundamentals draft. So, just to explain what we're going to do, it's going to be a snake draft. Harry's going to draft first. I'm going to draft second. Tibbs is going to draft third, and so on. Um, the way we're judging fundamentals, and correct me if I'm wrong, the way we're judging fundamentals is something that can be taught. And we're going to try to go as specific as we can. So we don't want it to be like 2K traits like shooting, 3-point shooting, because that's kind of just too vague. We kind of want to go a little more specific than that. And obviously, there will be some uh, ridiculous choices by Harry, and we will rebuttal that and see how it goes. And with that said, I think.
Well, well, the whole premise behind the whole thing is that
Oh, that's right. That's right.
we gotta you have a Martian that comes down from wherever they come down from, wherever Martians are hanging out at, New Mexico, wherever they are right now, New Jersey, and they come down and they know nothing about basketball, and we have to build them up from the ground up. So, what are the important fundamentals, or whatever it may be, to teach our Martian? So, we're gonna build our Martian. My Martian's gonna be better than your Martians. We'll just figure this out.
Before my time starts, I would also like to say the inception of this topic was in an Instagram live that me and Tibbs participated in, where I claimed that the fundamentals of basketball, or at least the typical as we know them fundamentals of basketball, are just not even real. So that also brings us to why Diaz thinks my list is going to be absolutely ridiculous, but we'll get there.
All right. With that,
That being
Harold.
said, go ahead, Harry.
All right, with the first pick in the 2020 Run the Tibby podcast fundamentals draft, uh, I will be targeting Tibbs 100%, and I will be taking balance off the board. I will be taking balance off the board. Um,
Go a little deeper. Explain.
I think balance is probably when you look at everything we're all going to draft, but specifically me, everything under balance. Balance is kind of like the first thing that will allow you to do everything else. If you think about someone that's like always off balance, the I mean, we could make a laundry list of how many problems you'll run into by being off balance consistently, and then you could also make a laundry list of things that you will be able to do tremendously well, from shooting to just your footwork. Balance is kind of the start of all that, and that's very teachable from a basketball standpoint, and also from just like a weight room physical standpoint. So take a bounce off the board, Tibbs. Though.
Comment. Go ahead,
so
Steve.
no, so I have a question. When you say balance, like, are you talking about being balanced even though people think that you don't look balanced? Like, for example, like a fadeaway, right? Like,
Yes.
so
Yes.
you're saying like the ability to be balanced in what looks like an off balance or unbalanced position shot, whatever.
Correct.
Okay. I think ours go hand in hand. Because my first pick is the ability to shoot off the dribble.
Okay.
Okay.
I think now, especially in 2020, this is what the game has become. And if you can shoot off the dribble on in the mid range and the 3-point level, then you're gonna have some success on the offensive end. And obviously, there are a million and one ways to teach this. So
Oh yeah, that's real specific. There are a million and one ways to teach it. Makes me feel real believable that your Martian is going to be able to shoot off the dribble. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but go ahead. Go on your rant.
Nah, I'm done. You go.
Done, he's done. You get 2 picks now. We're snaking it.
Okay, here we go. First of all, my team is sponsored by Mountain Dew. All right, sponsored by Mountain Dew. And okay, yes, we're gonna do that. Yes, okay. All right. With the third pick.
Hold on, for anyone listening and not seeing, Tibbs just picked up a fake phone.
Yeah, that's my draft phone. I came prepared, unlike you guys, obviously. So, with the third pick of the 2020 Run The Tibby podcast draft, my team selects ball control with both hands. So, for me, ball control with both hands is very important. And what I mean by ball control is the ability to pass and dribble and to literally control the ball with, equally with each hand. And I didn't say dribbling or passing with those hands because I think it's a skill that you can develop to actually have control with each hand. And the way that I like to work it out or train it or put it into my Martian is doing a lot, like starting when you do layup drills and everything, is catching the ball one hand, extending and finishing with one hand, doing it with the opposite hand. And if my Martian is a right-handed player, let's just say, if we have right-handed Martians, I don't know what the ratio is up there to here, but most players are right-handed, we're going to have a work ratio of 3-to-1 of left-handed things to right-handed things, assuming that things are going to be easier on the right-handed side. So, just if we do 9 layups, we're going to do 6 on the left side and 3 on the, even though that math is probably not correct.
2-to-1. Your pick is
Even though I graduated from CSI. So, so ball control. So we have any rebuttals or any comments?
Does that include, or I guess you said it doesn't, you're including finishing in ball control, correct?
I am, yes. The ability to control, yeah.
Example.
Excuse me?
I'm saying, like, you just gave the layup drill as an example, so I'm assuming you're including ball control with both hands is just, can you do everything equally with both hands?
Correct.
Yeah, real specific.
Yeah, first off, real specific.
Are you kidding me?
My
All right.
my rebuttal would be James Harden.
Okay. Since this is that's awesome. Since it's a snake draft, we have the 4th pick, and by we I mean me. Okay. Right. Yes. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Did you pull the wire out of that? Did you pull the wire out of that?
No, actually, I didn't pull the wire out of it. It just came like that. So it actually has a bottom too. So
wow.
So with the 4th pick of the 2020 Run the Tibby draft, Team Tibbs on 3 is going to select start and stop, aka deceleration and acceleration. So to me, that is athleticism. And I always say to people, jumping, everybody thinks, vertically jumping or being able to elevate is athleticism. That's how they define being athletic. But for me, the ability to start and stop, to be herky-jerky, to be stopping and popping, and all those things are very important. What it will help us with is preventing injury, with helping create advantages on the offensive side, and also being able to, guard people on the defensive side. So I think all moves are better when you're able to do them, change speeds, and do them effectively, while also trying to prevent injury.
Well, you took one of Harry's.
I don't know if that's the same as mine.
What?
It's not the same. He went broad. I'm going specific. But we'll.
Okay. Yeah. You said.
Your turn.
You said some pretty broad things, and I'm gonna say more specific things. But regardless, my second pick will be, and I'll go broad here, defensive awareness.
Mm-hmm.
More specifically, like the ability to communicate what's happening on the defensive end. I feel like the best way to teach that is watching tape, studying the game, understanding how the other team is going to attack you, and then being able to communicate that to your team is something that's really important defensively.
So, just so we're clear, as a rebuttal, in a game of one-on-one, that is irrelevant because it's one-on-one.
All right, trainer.
That's a trainer comment, man.
Well, no, I'm just asking if that has any, like, are you including at all the ability to actually
Yo,
guard?
listen, bro. Your Martian is gonna make fire TikToks about how to like do like all this stuff. My Martian is gonna be able to play basketball, but it's up to your Martian. Like, what does your Martian want?
Well,
Yeah, like, is your Martian want to be on the next N1 mixtape tour, or does your Martian want to play like college basketball or in the NBA potentially?
first off, we're shitting on my Martian. Like, I don't have like one pick.
Oh wait, you do have two of the next two picks, so I'm interested.
Too. So why, let's relax a little bit. So we're gonna, take one out of the TJ Tibbs book of drafting broad and thinking it matters. Uh, we're gonna take posting up with the second pick in the second round for my team. I think posting up in the broad statement that posting up is, that includes finishing at the basket. And this and like, I'm being funny, but like, seriously, like, when you teach someone, and we teach people to post up, whether they're guards or bigs, you are learning how to finish around the basket. You're learning all of like the relevant pivots and footwork that you would need literally anywhere on the court. Um, and then you're learning how to be crafty when you get, cut off on a drive to the basket. And if I need any more ammo, if you look at literally every great player ever, posting up was in their bag. Or they became great when they learned how to post up. And Tibbs is doing the fake sleep thing. Mr. Ball control start instead. This guy can't even put the ball in the basket.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't get any sleep last night, but it's easy to get it right now.
Oh, so now that I have two picks down, I guess this is the first controversial, potentially picked twice thing. I have changing speeds and skipping and sliding.
Okay, first of all, that's 9 picks. We're not doing that.
What?
We're not doing that.
How you had
Not
two
doing
picks and picked
that.
5 things?
Changing speeds on a skip. That's not a thing.
What?
I can't say that. Tell me if I can't say that.
Changing speeds on a skip? What is this?
What are we doing?
I'm being specific, bro.
No, you're trying to. No, you didn't come prepared.
All
So
right,
you're
no.
trying.
No, 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 no. We don't even
You
need.
know balance. You know balance is like my number one thing. So you stole that from me, right? Oh, I don't think anybody's gonna have that. That's why you have the first pick. So you know I can't pick balance. And now that I took one of your picks, now you want to. So with the first pick of the NBA draft, the Pelicans select Zion Williamson. With the second pick, Memphis selects Zion Williamson. Like, are you serious? No, I'm not doing that.
All right, so now that
skipping, is that what you're doing?
now that my third pick has been adamantly denied, we're gonna just move down the list. That's it.
I think if you want to call it like hesitation, or like, I think if you want to call it skipping,
Look, I was reaching. I tried to get away with getting all my.
That's horrible.
I'm not gonna get it. So it is what it is. It is. We'll figure it out. So with the third pick, we are going with what I think is one of the most criminally undertaught skills, and almost not even encouraged from the coaching realm, is like eye deception.
I like that.
The ability to, one, throw like no look passes, Two, even just like looking somewhere else to open up a lane for yourself and making it a little broader outside of just like passing. Eye deception also kind of encompasses like just basic ball handling stuff. Like if you're doing like an AI cross, like just the little look that way can go a long way in terms of blowing by somebody. And then you look at the kids that don't know how to like use their face as like a weapon. You know what I mean? Like exactly. Look at kids.
You mean headbutting?
No, I mean like you look at kids that literally like have no, but like you'll teach a kid, right? Like no joke, like
You
you'll
want to teach your Martian how to headbutt. You had me. I love eye
now I
deception.
I can't even get my stuff out.
I,
I can't
I
even get my
love
stuff out.
I loved eye deception. I thought that was an excellent pick. I thought it was an excellent explanation until you started talking about headbutting. You lost me after that.
Can I finish my sentence?
Sure.
When you teach kids like that don't know how to do that, like how to do a crossover, they'll do like this thing. Like when they're trying to like just look this way and it
The
looks
Julian Newman.
yeah, they just look the Julian Newman, not trying to like shit on dude, but that's a kid who if he did figure out like how to use his eyes and not like be a bobblehead, he would be very hard to guard. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's why I think it's a criminally undertaught skill because there's so many kids that can't do it. That's my third pick.
I like that.
I do like that. Yeah, I do.
I sorry, I really did try and get away with. Changing speeds was on my list, but I tried to make it more specific to steal it. And it didn't work.
Speeds while skipping out of the post, whatever. Okay, so far, my Martian has the ability to shoot off the dribble and defensive awareness. So
Mhm.
we're already producing on both
Sounds
ends
like
of the
you're
floor.
building a real Martian, Kawhi Leonard. But let's see what this next pick.
No, I'm building LeBron. The next pick is one-handed passing, and I don't know if that can that count? Like because you
Sure.
said
I have no problem with that.
I can count that 100%.
okay.
Yeah.
I think the ability to pass with one hand, even on the high school level, makes you an elite passer, and especially going higher in the levels, it's necessary to exist and to be able to create for your teammates, especially with the ability to shoot off the dribble. So, Tibbs, 2 picks on you.
Okay. Okay.
That shit got no service.
Right.
Yes. Changing speeds was already picked.
All right. Yeah, I'll tell him. Yeah, my people thought that your last attempt at that pick was horrible, Harry. Okay. With the third pick for myself, sponsored by Mountain Dew. Okay. With the third pick, 2020 Run The Tibby draft. Team Tibbs on 3 selects confidence that teeters on arrogance.
Oh man.
No. Hold on. We said no. We said no.
Hold on. Whoa, we said teachable skills. I believe confidence is a skill. Can I please plead my case and then you can rebuttal?
I am very my rebuttal is gonna just shut your shit down, but go.
Okay, here we go. Have you ever met someone
Oh, it's a bad car salesman already.
who has all the skills and all the tools, but has none of the confidence? To me, confidence is built through hard work and preparation, precise preparation, but is also built in the belief, self-belief in themselves, and taught from a young age that we have this Martian, that not only are you the best, but you are the absolute best every time you come across the court. And I've come across basketball players when I played and when I coached that have all this confidence in the world and they're not good. But guess what? They carried themselves to be a lot better than their skills were because they just had this ridiculous belief in themselves. The opposite and the transverse for people who were really good and really talented, but were not that confident. As soon as something happened, some sort of adversity, they fell. And either because they couldn't handle people getting on them, or they weren't built up, they weren't constantly being told that they were the best, and they constantly weren't talking to themselves. They were listening to themselves. I think it's a very important skill and tool to talk to yourself and not to listen to yourself. Rebuttal. I'm ready to repick if you need me to.
Harry, you want to go?
Diaz, go. Just go ahead.
Okay, I have a question. How are you gonna teach? How do you teach confidence?
So we're gonna rep it every single thing that we're gonna do in the gym. We're gonna be extra positive, and we're going to remind them how to psychologically speak to themselves and to build up their own confidence and their own belief through preparation and work. We're gonna show them the results.
Okay. Quote from TJ Tibbs at one of the CSI workouts. I don't remember where. I don't remember when, but it was at CSI, and I was standing there, and I heard TJ Tibbs say, and I quote,
"Okay,
you can't teach confidence. I can't give you confidence.
Right.
You need to have it in yourself."
Right. And I still believe that. But you know who my audience was? 18 to 23-year-old young men. So at that, who
No, it wasn't.
Habits.
No, it wasn't.
So then what? Your Martian turns 18 and your pick sucks? Like, I don't understand.
No, he's already built. How old is our Martian? All right, you know what? Y'all fessed it up. I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna. All right, we're gonna take that. We got 86 that pick. Okay, we're gonna go with deep shooting ability. Okay, so deep shooting ability.
All right, now we're talking.
Cool with that?
Yes, because you can't teach confidence.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna like to see what the listeners have to say. But with deep shooting ability, real quick, it's obviously a lot different to shoot it from NBA 3 or from the logo or after whatever. You know, it's a lot different type of technique. You don't shoot it the same way you shoot from closer. So you know, the leg transfer, the power transfer through the legs and the bounce and all that. But I would want my Martian to have the ability to shoot from deep, because now combined with ball control with both hands, you know, you're able to stretch the floor and things become easier. With then, I'm going to go with my next pick, which I have the snake, is touch around the rim.
Good one. You started with a shit one, but you came back strong, and
Thank you very much. So touch around the rim, and what I mean by that is floaters, different angle, you know, whether it be, I don't want to say hook shots because it makes it sound like I'm teaching dudes to be Kareem, but different arm slots on your layups and scoops and all that. Just like the ability to shoot around the rim and have it land softly and give yourself a chance to make the basket. So I got touch around the rim.
Just want to say, with Tibbs' current list of ball control, start and stop, deep shooting ability, and touch around the rim, he appears to be a very selfish person that is lacking confidence. So I think without any confidence, all of these are void. That's just my opinion.
Confidence is earned, not taught.
That was Harry's way of telling me I have a very good lineup so far. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm telling you, if I had changing speeds, it wouldn't even be close.
There we go. We up to Steve. Pick 11. Team 11.
That sucks. My pick was going to be athletic finishes. Can that count? Like the
What if you're not athletic? Then what is it, just finishes?
like I guess it was going to be like touch around the rim.
If you were unprepared for this draft, press 1.
Hold on. Are you saying like the ability to like hang in the air, take contact, and then like do something else?
Yeah, like finish athletically.
Okay. You know, I want to let him have no. I want to let him have that because I want him to look back at this and be like, man, this really sucked. So
how does it suck? I have the ability to shoot. My Martian has the ability to shoot off the dribble. Defensive awareness.
You're explaining your pick by putting the other picks to complement this pick. This pick can't stand alone as a fundamental.
Not the whole.
I'm creating a player.
Yo, are you one of those dudes who are gonna have them jump over a gymnastics mat and lay the ball up?
I think that's the best way to teach athletic finishing. No, I'm kidding.
I have a suggestion. I just thought of this. What we should do is at the end of this, we create our Martians in 2K and let the computers play 1-on-1.
Wow.
You with this 1-on-1, I don't care about 1-on-1. I care about how he fits in 5-on-5. That's how I care.
Okay, then we'll put your guy in the Knicks and they'll still suck. So there's that.
And Harry's gonna have his phone up to this TV screen, recording a TikTok like, "Yo, look at my guy," whatever.
1, 2, 3. Sorry.
Okay. I think that creates the perfect offensive game for my guy.
That's what's up. Sounds like Steven Diaz when he played no D. Steven Diaz.
How? I have defensive awareness.
He has defense on his thing.
Awareness.
Yeah, where's your
his player's gonna be doing this on defense. Here it is. He's one of those guys that's on the court that's like stagger, shuffle. Here it comes. Blue. Ice that. Got your back. That's this guy.
But not moving.
Wow,
This guy's gonna make a hell of an assistant coach in 4 years.
I was about to say, you might be doing that from the bench.
Not with my ability to shoot off the dribble, my ability to pass with one hand, and my ability to finish around the
Yo, all right, go ahead, Harry.
All right, so this is my 4th pick, correct? With my
fourth and fifth coming up.
Okay, we're just finishing. So with my 4th pick, I have the ability to like deliver appropriate passes. I don't really know why I did this either, so I'm not making fun of doing this with my hands. But now I'm gonna keep doing it. So like you see so many kids, especially like at the younger ages, like they can only throw either this, as I'm doing this with if you can't see me and you're listening, just like a regular chest pass or like a pass from like the right side or like their right shoulder. But there's so many missed opportunities and so many turnovers when you don't have the ability to like think of a kid like Andre, who we've all seen play. Like he's really creative in how he.
Corbello.
Yeah.
You gotta specify that.
Sorry, Andre Corbello. You look at like how creative he gets in like the physically delivering of a ball and what angle he throws that at. That's really what separates the like elite passers from like guys that kind of know where to put the ball, but they can't actually get it there, if that makes sense. And
Right.
as far as teaching that, it's a very easy thing to teach. You just practice throwing the ball, hitting a target at, whatever angle you're trying to practice from. So that's my 4th pick. Do I have any rebuttal there, or am I good to go?
I like that. I mean, I'm looking at the list right now. Steve had one-handed passing, so that, I think the way you explained it made me feel like it was different from Steve's skill.
Right. So like delivering a pass in a creative way could be. Didn't Rondo throw like a really good pass to Anthony Davis where he like went up and threw like a bounce pass like really hard?
Mm-hmm.
And it bounced like a little higher. Like,
how about those passes that they throw in the league where you got the big, you drive into the basket, you got the big who's timing up the block, and guys go up and throw it from here down to their big. You know what I'm saying? Like I see that a lot. That's got to be taught. I see that a lot in the NBA. Like I don't even know. I would love to know how to even teach that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's even taught or if it's just something point guards.
I feel like I've seen it so frequently, and not that it happens a lot, that I know somebody is teaching that. Mm-hmm. Somebody's definitely teaching that for whatever reason, because I guess the ball being high is part of the show, and you're still able to. I don't know, man. Like I've seen it so many times. I would love to talk to somebody about that.
I agree, and that is why that was my 4th pick. So my 5th pick, which could be a little controversial, my 5th pick is being able to shoot different shots consistently, if that makes sense. So
okay. So like a layup, a mid-range shot, a 3-point shot, a free throw. So like be able to shoot the basketball. So shooting.
If he's not gonna listen, then I don't know what to do.
Using your head as a weapon. Headbutt.
Can I talk?
Floor is yours.
So you look at whenever someone like Kobe Bryant drove to his right and shot, like you hear the phrase like shoot the same every time, like the same shot every time, but you're actually shooting the same shot of a different shot, if that makes sense. So every time he goes right, it looks the same. He does the leg kick, he fades, like that looks the same every time. When you go left, it's an entirely different shot. And like you look at later in his career and like Kevin Durant and Dirk, they started doing all of their like lefty pull-ups would have like the one leg like fade going on. So that's a different shot. Uh all the shots you would shoot out of the post could be different than the shots you shoot as like a catch and shoot off the dribble. So just being cognizant of your different shots, assuming you have them, like someone like Steph Curry, his shot kind of stays somewhat the same, at least in terms of like from his arms up here. Um, but
So, like consistency.
here's a good example of someone who couldn't do that. Like when Lonzo Ball first got in the league, like he didn't have a different shot going right, so he just couldn't do it. Like he literally could not shoot going right. So that is kind of why I'm picking that as my fifth. So when you look as I summarize my player, when you look at the
Oh no, that's not time for that.
all right, then I'm done. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question though. Let me ask that a question. Is that acquired over having bad habits and then trying to fix that as they get older, or like should it ideally look the same? Or is that just biomechanics?
I don't know. I would disagree because like I teach people to shoot with a leg kick when they're going right if they're like old enough and strong enough to do that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but that's because you get them later. What if you got a kid who was like 7 years old and you had him to 18?
Then there's
Should it be a reason for him to leg kick at that? As you're teaching him.
I would say there's a reason for everyone to leg kick.
I disagree.
Okay. Why?
Why?
Because kids aren't hanging in the air at a young age.
Yeah,
to
I'm not
shoot.
saying I would teach a 7-year-old to leg kick. I'm saying at some point when this Martian is like finished, I'm assuming we're taking like, what do you look like at the end of your Martian career? I want him to be able to do that. At 7, I'm teaching balance. At 10, I'm teaching posting up.
He's talking about his player. He's talking about his whole player. The draft.
All right. You asked. You asked.
Erroneous on all accounts. Steve, you're up.
Erroneous. All right. Okay. My fifth fundamental is footwork with a soccer foundation.
Yo, these guys are ridiculous, man.
Why?
On a podcast. Yo,
Why?
Are you guys serious?
Why?
Are you serious, FM? Are you serious?
Hold on.
Why?
Tibbs, wait. Diaz, before you continue, read Tibbs your original list. Tibbs
It was all. Where'd he go?
He's gone. He's literally gone.
Yo.
Read him your original 5.
How is that a
Yo,
bad fund? Explain to me how.
No, wait, no. Your name is just crazy. Like, I don't want anybody. Yo, your name is crazy. But go ahead. Wait, so footwork with the soccer foundation.
Correct.
That's what we're going with?
Yep.
That's what we're doing. We're doing that?
Yes. I want you to think about. I want you to think about all the players in the NBA that have credited soccer for the reason why they have outstanding footwork. Look at Steve Nash. Look at Kobe. Look at a guy like Jokic.
Okay.
Those 3 guys, elite footwork,
Elite soccer players, apparently, too. Right.
all credited to soccer.
Right. So Cristiano Ronaldo is what we're all striving for out here. Like, give me Ronaldo. Don't give me Ronaldo Balkman. Give me Cristiano Ronaldo.
Shout out Stan Allen.
Big Stan Allen.
Hold on. Let me ask a question. So would you say, as a part of teaching your Martian basketball, and again, this goes into a whole nother podcast that we'll do at some point, teaching your Martian basketball at some point require them to step off a basketball court and play soccer?
Absolutely.
potentially even at the beginning.
Oh,
Absolutely.
okay. Multi-sport Martian.
I like that answer now. At the end, after the draft, please read your other four.
Why? I think they all make sense.
All right,
I
go
think
ahead.
they all make sense. You want me to read them right now? The other ones? It was more like characteristics from. Why is this funny? It completely makes sense.
Read them.
It was all characteristics that you could attain from
Oh
other
my God! They killed Kenny.
Why is this ridiculous? Okay. So my other four on this original list, characteristics from other sports, was vision with a soccer foundation. Why is that crazy? Why is that crazy? Ready?
Yo, wait, was anything with a bowling foundation? I just gotta know right now.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
Toughness of a football player. The balance of a yoga instructor. And
Wow!
and
Wow!
the
You
defensive
stretched the hell
ability.
out of that one.
That's a Bikram yoga stretch.
That's a Bikram yoga stretch.
And how is this funny? And the defensive ability of a defensive back.
I got it. So
Why is that? Why?
in order to make the best basketball player ever,
we're not. I don't want a basketball player at all.
everything but play basketball.
Give me JJ Watt's heart. Give me Deion Sanders' feet. Give me Rakishi's body.
He would be nice though.
Hold on.
Wow. Can I make my pick? Because this is ridiculous. Okay?
That was my old list, but obviously.
All right. Listen, all right, you guys made this too easy for me.
Can we agree on footwork with a soccer foundation?
Yes.
Why is that a bad
I
fundamental?
think that's a good answer.
Okay.
Oh, I froze. I'm sorry. I froze. All right. Here we go.
Got that rotary phone Wi-Fi. That dial-up.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, value. Huge value pick. I agree. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not Mr. Irrelevant after this one. It's very relevant. Gotcha. All right. All right. With the fifth pick and the final pick, the 2020 Run the Tibby Fundamentals Draft. Team Tibbs on 3 selects pattern recognition. All right. So
creating fashion designers out here. All right, continue.
That's what's up. All right. So pattern recognition. I want my player to literally, in the most basic of terms, understand when something happens that this needs to happen. For example, we got a shake pick and roll, a flood pick and roll, whatever you want to call a side pick and roll with is somebody in the corner. You're on offense or you're on defense. If you're on offense and the ball screen is going off the screen, you have to lift or shake out of that corner. I want them to be able to understand that if the roll man is wrong. If you're guarding the guy in the corner, I want you to understand the ball goes off the screen, that you got to bump or chuck, whatever you want to call the roll man, and then get out to close out on the shooter. Pattern recognition. If this happens in the game of basketball, because basketball is a game of repeated patterns, there's nothing that we're going to see in basketball and in the finals game that has not happened. So that goes to like your defensive awareness, but just in general. So even with a young kid, I would literally do patterns with them. I remember when I went to the Liberty Science Center, Big Bragg, when I was in 3rd grade, and they had the lights that lit up. So it's like this light lights up, then this light lights up. Now it's boom, boom, and doing that. It's literally just understanding that because this happened, this should happen next. And we should anticipate that and develop our anticipatory skills in the game of basketball. So goes in, especially huge for me. I think like a point guard, when you're playing off the pick and roll and reading everything, not only because the best point guards are 3rd level passers and are not paying attention to the screener defender, but are watching the 3 defenders behind that's going on. So rebuttal.
It's funny he said he has the mind of a point guard, but he didn't do this draft with the mind of a point guard. So I just want to throw out there that we made a rule. I think it was off this camera, We made a rule of no. Hi, mom. We made a rule of no mental. Tibbs picked
Yeah,
3 mentals.
we did not make a rule. No matter. We said it has to be tradable.
All right.
Are you mad that you guys got destroyed? So you want
How
to
is he going to
explain?
be able to recognize patterns with no confidence?
I don't know. He should have had confidence.
It just doesn't.
So go ahead, Harry. You wanna explain your player and why you think he's the best?
I mean, look, if we're running down the list here, I'm always on balance, assuming I am the Martian. I am always on balance, which is arguably the most important thing on any of these lists. I'm a killer in the post. I'm a killer in the post, which puts me in the realm of Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, a Hakeem Olajuwon. So
Mhm.
I'm in the conversation with the greats already. I'm already there, and I'm only 2 picks in. Now we have eye deception and ability to deliver creative passes. So now we're stepping into the mold of a LeBron James, a Luka Doncic. If
You
if we took if we took like a who is he like?
Bro, you have DeMar DeRozan.
So, hold on. And then we have consistency in my form of my different shots. So there's nothing you can do. You can't force me left and make me uncomfortable. You can't force me right and make me uncomfortable because I can either shoot or if you cut me off, I'm getting into the post bag and it's over. It's over. So while some of us were wasting our picks on confidence and pattern recognition, so while assuming that all of, let's say each skill took X amount of time to teach a kid to be perfect at, while you spent 2 years on pattern recognition, my guy was learning how to post up, so while you're super confident, I'm actually good at basketball.
You have Carlos Boozer.
Is that with or without the melting hair?
I mean,
With the spray on.
look, I will say, not having anything as it relates to dribbling a basketball could hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be honest, like Kawhi Leonard's handles are like they're good, but they're like, you know, if my guy's not a point guard, he's the best. Give him like 6'6", he's unguardable.
Listen,
Steve.
listen. My Martian is fully encompassing. Dominates the game on both ends of the floor. You might be able to recognize patterns. It's too late. You recognize them, great. That's cool. My guy's on it, on the patterns. You can recognize it. That's fine. It's great that you recognize it. Hey, that's happening. Cool. My guy with the footwork with the soccer foundation has the speed and agility to get there and cut off whatever patterns you're talking about. Okay? Listen.
Sounds like a one-on-one game's going on.
No, it's not. How is that? What? Patterns, bro. Listen. Shooting off the dribble, defensive awareness, one hand passing, athletic finishes, footwork, soccer foundation. I'm Kyrie if I'm short. I'm Kobe if I'm tall. What else you want?
I want you
Go
to
ahead.
stop. That's what I
Go
want.
ahead. Go
I
ahead,
want you to
Tibbs.
stop. It's my turn. Let the record show, for whatever reason, both of these guys decided to use their final arguments to attack me. That in itself shows me that mentally they know that I built the best player. Number one, Steve, with his shooting off the dribble, his defensive awareness, his footwork with a soccer foundation, his athletic finishing, and his one-hand passing. What you built to me was a FIFA World Cup champion who can play a little bit of basketball. Okay?
Wow. Wow.
Harry, with your balance, with your eye deception, your posting up, your ability to deliver appropriate passes, and you're shooting different shots from different spots, right? Which I'll brand for you, different shots from different spots. And your explanation saved you. All you did was build a gymnast who slides in DMs. That's all you did. But my guy, who can recognize things that are going on in the basketball court before they go on, who can control and lay it up with both hands while having touch around the rim and creating space with his deep shooting ability, right? We have created an incredible basketball player who, without his acceleration and deceleration skills, can be a great basketball player working from the outside and in. He can shoot the deep ball. He can go to the basket with either hand. He can pass it with either hand because he controls the ball with both hands. He might not have the best handle, but he has effective handle, and he can go both ways equally. And he has elite touch around the basket. Also, as he beats his first defender, he can already recognize and anticipate what is about to happen and can make the correct decision because of it. So I don't want to just crown myself, but this was the easiest thing that I ever did.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Your guy, okay, you might score 1 or 2, nice touch around the rim. Your guy's getting lit up defensively. Lit up.
But he's so good at recognizing patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Okay, so
Your guy is the guy. Your guy is the guy.
I guess your soccer foundation is a goalie, right? Because that's why you're stopping everything from going in. You have a goalie now? Is that what we're doing?
You have the mouse in the house, bro.
Look, I'm the only guy that didn't pick a mental, so I'm just better. I'm better than you guys.
Listen, I think we should leave it up to the public to decide whose Martian will be better at basketball. With that being said, I think we spoke for long enough. I think this was good. Stay tuned. Next episode, Run the Tibby podcast. With that being said, we're out. Peace.